Hey, welcome to Broken World Entertainment. And episode 7 of The Last of Us has occurred, and it is once again a flashback gay romance story. But there's a big twist this time with this particular story, as it's the story of Bella and the girl called Riley. Now, the actress who played Riley, Storm Reid, is that like her real name? Alright. Says she isn't concerned with the homophobic Last of Us fans. And says we're telling important stories and for straight people to get their priorities straight. Okay. So let's have a look at some of the things she said, which she's done in what's her name? Kelly Sue DeConnick or whatever the feck her name is. The whole, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. Well, she's done it because she said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Where have we heard all this before, and what has always been the outcome? That's right, Frosk. Don't like it, don't watch it. What happened to G4? Collapsed. Dumb Hall with her comics. Don't like my politics, don't buy my books. No one bought our books. Comic books are in the toilet. And now this jackass has come out calling the fan base homophobic. But there's a big issue with this particular gay love story, which they kind of, and when I say kind of, I mean completely ignore and don't go over. So let's see some of what she said. So the Last of Us actress Storm Reid recently responded to homophobic backlash over the show's blatant portrayal of disordered lifestyles and acts of grave depravity. That's the other thing. It's the goddamn apocalypse. And they're running around telling gay love story. Like, come on. I don't even want to see a straight love story. It's the apocalypse. I want to see people trying to survive and fight goddamn zombies. Speaking with Variety, Reid was asked by... How the hell do you pronounce this name? Is it Katsi? I assume it's Katsi. Katsi Stephen. Who said, Bella, you've previously spoken about the homophobic backlash. I love, by the way, this. Now, Variety is the one who brings it up to start with. But says, you've previously spoken about the homophobic backlash to the show and why you're not letting it scare you. Storm, what's your take on this topic? Especially knowing that there will likely be a response to this particular episode. So they're doing the Disney thing here where they're doing basically a preemptive strike. The episode that clearly hasn't even come out, and they were like, hey, what do you think about the backlash that you're no doubt going to get? The same way the girl, what's her name? Hailey Berry, isn't it? The girl that's playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid. All of a sudden, the movie's not even out, and she's already out there going, oh, as a black person, I was expecting the backlash. We saw with Ingrid Moses with Obi-Wan. Oh, the company told me to watch out for the racist backlash. All of this comes out before the show, and here's Variety going, what do you think about the gay homophobic backlash you're no doubt going to receive? But she responds, I think Bella put it perfectly a couple of weeks ago. If you don't like it, don't watch. There's so many other things to worry about in the world. I think being concerned about who people love is just absurd to me. I just don't. I will never understand it. I don't get it, she added. How stunning and brave of her. Reid continued, I think despite what people are going to say, if they don't like it, I think there are going to be a lot more people that appreciate it. A lot more people that feel represented and seen and heard. So that's what matters. Good God. It's always down to you have to be seen. That's where the work comes in. And that's when it's appreciated. And you prioritize looking at those tweets rather than the ones that aren't the best. Whatever, you weirdo. Bella Ramsey previously told GQ UK, I know people will think what they want to think, but they're gonna have to get used to it. If you don't want to watch the show because it has gay storylines, because it has trans characters, that's on you, and you're missing out. It isn't gonna make me afraid. I think that comes from a place of defiance. These people are lunatics. Why is there trans characters and gay utopias in the fucking apocalypse? But here's where the actual issue comes in. From people about this particular gay love story from episode 7 between Ella and Riley. Yeah, it's a gay lesbian love story between a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. In case you misheard that, I'll repeat it. A lesbian gay love story between a 14-year-old and 16-year-old. That's what we were presented with. If you don't find something wrong with that, you might want to check your priorities. Who wants to watch a show about the apocalypse and be burdened to watch an episode of a gay kids? Because that's what they are, kids. Doesn't matter that Bella Ramsey is actually 19 in right now. I have no idea what age Storm Reid is, and I don't care because it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, we were given a story and they were portraying a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old in a gay relationship, and they really were pushing the whole, oh, it's a love story, look at it blossom. And they're kids, they don't know anything, they don't know the world, and it's the apocalypse, and they're running around a mall. Well, Ella just looks lovingly constantly at Riley. That's where the problem is. It's not homophobia. I'm sure there's a couple of idiots who tweeted out something about being gay and stuff, but it's not homophobia. It's people cringing seeing a love story between two kids. An agenda gay love story being portrayed by two kids. And let's not forget episode 3, what happened? What happened when people were trying to say, oh, you're all homophobic? The director of that episode came out and said, oh yeah, I had to trick people into watching it. What's going to be the excuse this time? You literally just made a story about two children having a gay romance. Hollywood is sick in the head. And Neil Druckmann, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. So what do we say to that? We say, fuck Neil Druckmann and fuck Naughty Dog. You sickos. Anyway, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.